catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply. In the ring, you won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive.
Hassel lights, talk to me. Yeah! Welcome to another edition of Hassel's Review. It's a post-Christmas Hassel's Review. I hope everybody had a really amazing Christmas. I know I did. Got to spend some time with some family, friends. It's always nice to do that. Spend a little time with the kiddos. And then, of course, you always get a few goodies in there. And there's nothing wrong with getting a few goodies, so to speak. So, I got something really cool for my daughter. So, I got this Ringside Collectibles Demolition. That's right. Here comes the axe. Here comes the smasher. Their demolition. Walking disaster. So, okay, I know Mattel just put out a brand new set as well. And I really wanted the Mattel set. However, they're difficult AF to find. These guys, however, you can get together $60. To where Mattel, if you can find them, you're going to have at least 60 and buy them separately. And it's, do you find both of them? Can you not find them? Do they have the availability or do they not? So, I went in for the Ringside, or my daughter did, but I went in for the Ringside Demolition Unsanctioned together. And we're going to see what we got today. I do have the Road Warrior set, as you know already. So, with that being said, we got to dive into these guys right here. We'll compare them to the Road Warrior set. We will compare them to some regular Mattel Legends, or they're Mattel Elites. Let's go with that. We'll compare them to some of those right there and see how they stand up, what they look like, just as we did with the Road Warriors of the LOD Legion of Doom. So, with that being said, let's do what we came to do, people. Let's open some toys and let's dive in to these beautiful toys. All right, everybody. So here we are with my POV cam. And as I told you, so you remember these guys right here. These are the, no, they're not the titles. These titles are actually Mattel's. But this is the unsanctioned Ringside Collectibles version of the Road Warriors. Well, we were pretty solid figures when we done these guys a few months back. Got the Ultimates type torsos, so to speak. Coming alternate heads. Shoulder pads are a little loose, but they're a really great detail. Solid figures. I was pretty happy with them, especially considering you can't get these guys from Mattel anymore, and at the same time, if you do buy the OGs, they are ridiculously high. So, you know, what a rush. Pretty cool, guys. So, I said, why not? Why not do the same for Demolition here? Because I would really like to have the Mattel versions. I'm not going to lie. I just think they're a little better detailed, just looking at them. However, we will dive into the old meat and taters of these guys. As you see, we got pretty sweet packaging. It's even got one, you know, little backstory or whatever. These were the longest reigning WWF Tag Team Champions until the New Day smashed their record, which, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really happy with, because the New Day has just never done it for me. But these guys right here, they had 3 Tag Team Championship reigns, and they were the longest reigning with one of those reigns. So let's dive in. Let's see what we got here, guys. Pretty sweet packaging. If I could actually get it in camera. They look good. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. So, well, X-Acto knife the side of. Let's see what we're working with there. So, you get alternate hands, alternate heads, the mask, the works here. So, let's see what we got. We'll start with Axe, as he is the one mainstay throughout Demolition. As you may... Not a good way to start, guys. Not a good way to start. As I was about to say, Axe was the only one that was throughout the entire thing because, as you may or may not know, Smash was originally another wrestler. It didn't really work out, so Smash, Barry Darso entered into the fray. And we got the Demolition that we all know and love with Barry Darso, Smash, or Repo Man later. Blacktop Bully later. He had a whole lot of shit. Now, I'll say this vest and these little gauntlets here, pretty good, sweet quality. I'm digging those. Wasn't happy with that torso tear just now. I'm hoping that's not a thing. The thing that gets me is these heads. The detail in the faces aren't as detailed as I like. I'm gonna be honest. I do like the little screaming face there because that screams Axe, especially of the remember the old Hasbro line? That was my very first Hasbro was Axe with that face on him. So we're going to swap this out real quick. There we go. Now we got the Axe we all know and love. Because there was nothing cooler when they took these masks off and they were already doing that right there. Mask fits pretty good on there. Gotta fuck with your eye holes a little bit. So we're gonna just set old Axe off right here for the time being. Let's go ahead and pull Smash out. Now, as you can see, Smash has tongue face as well and regular face. So we get Smash version 2. Barry Darso, the only Smash that truly mattered. Never understood why he wore this little elbow pad way up like this. Unless he just thought that covering his tattoo up didn't let people know that he used to be Khrushchev. I don't know. The gauntlets are pretty cool. I do like the fact that they gave him the actual, they didn't just throw 2 knee braces on him. He always wore that extra knee pad there. You know, the knee brace over that. So that's actually pretty legit. This is a nice touch. Face detail, that face and hair detail, they just are a little cartoony, I guess is my thing. But let's see how well, that goes on pretty well. So I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't feel like we need to change hands. I don't feel like we need to put the other heads back on, so to speak. So there we go, people. It's pretty good looking figures. So one thing I will say, other than, well, hold on, let's do the cool. They stare into the camera, pull the mask off. That was always so neat to me as a kid when they done that. They would always both get close to the camera there, stare in, pull that mask off when they were already grimaced. One of the things that I think the edges out the Hasbro's over these, or Mattel's over these, that's painted on. I am not a big fan of painted on attire. So I'm just going to be honest. These arms pop out, maybe. Or is these going to be a nightmare to take off? Let's see here if I can get this off without tearing up any damn thing. It's, I'm scared to, because sometimes you can fuck up your, the tightness of your joints getting these guys on and off with stuff like this. Pretty solid, pretty durable rubber, so to speak. But, all right.
How do these, do you have to take the hands off maybe? Yeah. I'll be honest, guys, I'll probably only do one of these guys just to show you the look without ring gear. But I do like their fist. They do a little better than Mattel's. This being painted on, though, is a bit of a turn off. Mattel, they did do, you know, sculpted, kind of soft good type stuff. So that there is. Let's see how they are scale wise to these guys. So they're. Chalk's a big boy, don't get me wrong now. Kind of curious, they almost like the same torso. Or did he get the animal torso? Yeah, identical. So they reused torsos there. Huh. Not mad at them. Get the bang for your buck. Now, one thing I will say with these guys, the arms look fitting. On Animal and Hulk, these little anorexic arms were like the biggest turnoff I had found. Because let's face it, Animal and Hulk had massive fucking guns. So I was a little let down by that. The arms look fine on these two. I will say I can give them that because, you know, Axe and Smash were big dudes, but they didn't just have these big honking guns. They were powerhouses, don't get me wrong, but they didn't just have these massive guns. So it works a little better for these two. I wish we had some bigger arms for the others. Pretty solid figures, though. See what they look like with the old tag team gold around their waist. Because, I mean, they were the longest reigning tag team champions. And I'm still going to classify them that way for the WWF. Because the New Day took 3 of them with Freebird rules, and I hated that trombone. I'm going to be honest. The trombone and the pancakes, it may appeal to kids. It didn't appeal to me. Looks pretty good on him. Pretty good. Not sure how well it'll look back when I get the this back on him. But I'll fuck around with that later. I'll post a few pictures up. We'll throw a graphic up in here with to the side here with some pictures of them dueled up together. So let's see how he looks next to a not an elite. I did say I was going to do elites. I grabbed somebody I thought was more in scale and more in the era with them than Bret Hart. Sans the jacket. Very much like the rematch all pink attire for the tag team championships. Looks pretty good. So I mean they're scale accurate. It kind of sucks. So I like this look better on Smash, but the other face paint attire had the black Axe, and while I like red face paint on Axe over the black, the pattern they chose for Axe just really wasn't it for me on this guy. So if anybody out there has those alternate heads on the black set, let your boy know. We'll work something out here. I'd like to have them. But solid damn figures, though. I can give them that. They're not the Mattels, but I'm happy with them. I will give these guys a solid 4 out of 5 Hassels. Especially if you're looking for a bargain, you're trying to get the 2 of them. I mean, literally, they're like $50 or $55. Then you got shipping, so it's $60 ish. You got the set here to where. With if you buy the Mattels, they're what, 24 to 29 a piece. Then shipping, and that's if you get them online. you can find them in stock. If you can't find them in stock, then you're at the mercy of Target, most likely, because they do have the better selection of those than Walmart. Walmart just seems to really suck when it comes to the WWE figures. So you're going to be tied up with a little bit of money here. If you want the bang for your buck, while they do have painted on, S&M gear there, it's, oh man, they didn't even put the straps on the dots on the back. Oh man, cool points lost there, ringside. Come on, guys. That is no bueno. That almost wants to knock it down to 3 3/4. I'm not going to do that, though. But that's major loss of cool points right there, guys. But if you're looking for the bang for your buck, these guys are what you want for your collection. They'll get the job done. Much like my Road Warriors over here, because I'm not sure we'll get another set of those from Mattel, honestly. And I kicked myself in the ass. I had those guys for the Mattel. I had the all black Road Warriors from WCW or NWA. I had this set for the Legion of Doom for the WWF, and I even had the basic blue set for WCW. And like a dumbass, I sold a lot of stuff when my daughter graduated because I wanted to send her all the way on a nice graduation trip. So, yeah, it is what it is. This reminds me of the Jacks. Like that, when Jacks still had the Classics line, they painted theirs on. Not super big on that right here. Other than that, though, solid figures. Yeah, I'm digging them. I'm going to stick at 4 out of 5 Hassels here, but the back and the painted on aspect, the deco, kind of drags it down a little bit, but we're not going to take away from them too much. So, with that being said, let's get back to my beautiful face.
All right, everybody, now we're back to this beautiful face right here. And I know you can't keep your eyes off this badass Great Muta shirt because, hey, I don't blame you. I'll be jealous AF if I didn't have it too, but I do. So, drop a comment below. Let me know. Are you going in for the Axe? Are you going in for the Smash, Demolition, Walking Disaster? That theme song gets greater and greater. It just don't get much better than that right there. That level of the WWF, everybody had a very unique theme song that was always really cool to me. And they just stuck out. Even though, they've been kind of bashed for years as the generic Road Warriors. Action, Smash, Demolition, they were their own entity. They were just badasses. Face painting spikes. It works, people. We're entering into 2026. I would be a fan of it today. Just going to be honest. So drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Did you like these guys? Did you not like these guys? Did you like them in the ring? That's another thing right there. We're closing out the year, guys. Don't forget to show our Stay Weird Network family some love. Our boy Big Rob, Big Rob's House of Entertainment, and No Chinese Food, as well as our boy Chris Daly on Fueled by Weird. We're closing out the year. We're going to try to do a few shows to get you guys off to kick off the new year. We may do the Excelsiors a little differently, and it may be just after the first of the year. I don't know just yet. But we are going to do some Excelsiors. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Nerdy Man Room Show. That's how we grow, people. We're over 1,500 now. Thank you guys so much. We have grew leaps and bounds in the last year. I cannot thank you guys enough. Much love. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you have even a better New Year. And at the end of the day, we got to remember, it's all about the toys, people. All about the toys.
Garbage, top rope, catch a vibe, catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply in the ring.